True Hoop TV, where David Thorpe is in love with Andrew Wiggins. Sort of? Is that true? Is that right?
I'm in love with his talent without question. I think, he's not had an amazing first week or anything. He's had moments, but you can just see it, right, Henry? You can just see the length and athleticism and quickness. Really explosive, crazy explosive athleticism. There's a lot of good athletes in the league. This guy, they posted him up against Tony Allen in game one, which was a shock to everyone, including Tony Allen. It's Tony Allen. And he just overwhelmed him to get to the rim, and somehow the shot went in. The next 3 or 4 times they did it, he didn't come close to scoring, but that one moment, it was like, oh my goodness, this guy's something. And one of his teammates said to me recently, if he had the heartbeat of a Corey Brewer, he'd be the best player on our team right now. 19-year-olds tend not to have that. But yeah, Henry, he has a chance to be really, really special. There are some things, though, he's got to do much better the next few years if he wants to even come close to being the MVP-type talent I think he can be.
Is it strange that I get a little nervous every time he shoots a long shot?
It is strange for you to get nervous, yes. He's got a really nice shot, yeah.
But it feels like he's hoping it into me.
I don't think you're wrong on that. I don't think he's shooting with confidence. I think he's trying to play. It's funny. It's a really good insightful observation about you, because I think he knows that people think he's not assertive enough. So therefore, he's playing the role of a movie of being the assertive guy. I give Flip Saunders credit for letting him play. He's playing a lot of minutes. He's not getting yanked every time he takes a bad shot, and he has taken some. But the one thing that he's got to realize, it's not the shots, I think, that helps him walk that path. To me, he's got to really, this is the most important point I can make on this, he's got to really improve his ball handling. He can beat you a straight line dribble from 20 feet away. He can go court to court, rim to rim, if you don't get in his way. It's when you get in his way and he's got to change direction and maybe even change speeds. That just isn't in his game. But it wasn't in Durant's game. It wasn't LeBron's. But LeBron's really different, really freaky. You can learn that. And I think that, and Paul George, by the way, wasn't shaking people either. He was shooting a lot of jumpers, Paul George, as a rookie. Too many. I think Wiggins, because there's no reason to think he won't learn how to really be a very adept ball handler, if not maybe a terrific one. When that happens, he becomes extremely difficult to guard because he does have a beautiful looking shot, a willingness to pass, a willingness to defend. And my favorite thing about him, actually, he's a thin guy, although I don't think he's as weak as people think. He's willing to battle in the paint, in the scrum, in the rugby scrum that goes on in NBA paints in close games. All 3 of their games have been basically one-possession games. He is fighting in there. That's a good sign. As he matures and develops man strength and so forth, he's going to be a beast down low.
Is this enough, these skills you describe, that he's a can't-miss prospect, or could things totally still go off the rails?
I don't know what can't miss means if you've already made it. In other words, LeBron James was can't miss because he'd already made it. He didn't have to get any better, and he was going to be a high-level pro. I think Wiggins is can't miss. Attitude's off the charts. Great teammate. There's just nothing you don't love about the kid. Might he lack that so-called, quote, killer instinct to be like Kobe was in Jordan? Possibly. But they've been killing LeBron about that for years, and he's pretty good, and he's won a bunch of MVPs and a couple of rings. I don't think Wiggins has enough of gumption, enough assertiveness that'll continue to grow if fostered. He does have to be coached up. They're doing a good job with that Minnesota in that case. I don't see how he isn't a great player. If he doesn't make Hall of Fame level, so be it. But he, at the very least, he's a great player and clearly deserving of that first pick.
Wait, so if you're right about all this, we just talked about Cleveland finally having a home run offseason and, clearly having the best offseason. This might be the offseason where they gave away the franchise.
You can make that argument, but I would argue that it's going to be a while. And if LeBron insisted on getting Kevin Love, to me, there's balance. It's of value. To me, Kevin Love's a top 5, top 6 player. I've told you that before. You have to trade a Wiggins to get a guy like that. Minnesota did a good job. Cleveland did a good job. I think it's a win-win for both, and I think we'll always look back on it as a win-win because I think Cavaliers are going to be very special over time with the lineup they have now. They don't need Wiggins for that.
All right, well, we will save this tape, and we'll play it when Wiggins wins his first MVP, and you will look like a genius.
That would be fantastic. Thank you.